Yo guys, Jack here, bringing you another episode of Choose Your Own Jack. This is the series where you guys pick a loadout for me. I choose from the top comments which one to go with, and then I go to work in game and bring you guys some awesome footage. So I decided to go with Glitch88 Gamer's comment, which was M60 with extended mags bipod, 44 Magnum, ammo spec and C4. I think in nearly a year I've never bought you guys a video with the M60. I don't think it's even ever been on the channel, so this is a world's first in that respect. I'm playing on Grand Bazaar Rush because I thought why not. It's a 64 player server, and let me warn you, this video is absolutely bloody mental, okay? It's just mental. Now, one thing I like to do on Grand Bazaar Rush at the start of the round is run up that corridor that you can see on the right there. It's actually on the left as you spawn in, and just plant the first MCOM, the AMCOM, as quickly as possible, because if you get control of this side of the map, you can sort of pin them into that little room where the BMCOM is, and of course you can come around from the other way as well, pin them in, wipe them all out, get in there, plant the MCOM, and if you've got enough people in there, you're pretty much guaranteed to win the first set of MCOMs. Now what you're going to see in this video is a lot of tap firing. So tap firing is a method that I've talked about in lots of videos before. Instead of like doing a burst, you tap 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 with the mouse, and this method works particularly well with some of the light machine guns, especially the pick up a Peshin egg, the M240B, and of course the M60, which you're seeing here. So you tap 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 tap, just keep tapping, and then stuff just happens. Okay, just trust me on this one. Tap, don't burst with these massive machine guns, and you'll get more kills that way. The reason is it sort of resets the recoil back to 0. So if you do a burst, the recoil keeps going up until you let go and then stop. But if you just tap tap tap, the recoil is much more manageable. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of that here. It was a bit crazy really, because I never use these light machine guns. I rarely play support, and I just couldn't believe the amount of ammunition that I had before I had to reload. I'm a very sort of magazine conscious player, and after I kill someone and I know it's clear, I always go for the reload, and I found myself doing it here in this game, but then I thought, why the fuck am I reloading? I've still got 120 bullets or something. So yeah, you just don't need to reload with this thing. You can just keep shooting and keep shooting. Now here I'm getting a bit cheeky, peeking out that much. Just don't know what that grenade was about. Just bounced off the wall, that's fine. And you've always got to watch out for incoming grenades as well, because it's an absolute spam fest on this level, especially when there's 64 players. Yeah, so what can I tell you about the M60? Well, I'd say it's got two peers. I'd say the closest thing to it are the M240B and the Peshin egg. So all three of these guns do a maximum damage of 34 and a minimum damage of 22. So that means that you can kill someone in 3 body shots or 2 headshots. So this thing is pretty powerful. It has less side-to-side recoil than the M240B and the Peshin egg, about the same vertical recoil, but it does have a slower bullet velocity than those two guns. Also, look at this. When you're playing Rush on Grand Bazaar, always blow that wall up. It's you can use C4 or an M320, and it's a nice way into this side area. I'd always recommend doing that. Anyways, so yeah, the recoil on it is quite manageable compared to those two weapons. That situation there, that's probably happened to you before. Two guys run across each other, and you just don't know which one to aim for, so you don't kill either of them until a bit later on. That happens to me so much. You just don't know your brain just goes into malfunction mode and this guy here actually wipes out the whole squad with a UMP. So fair play to him. The chair maker, he likes to make chairs. So yeah. Anyway, I was talking about the recoil of the gun. Well, I've got to talk about this now as well. Again, I mentioned this in Battlefield. As soon as you get revived, spam that fucking shoot key, alright? Because it doesn't work all the time, but I would say 70% of the time you're facing in exact the same direction of the guy that killed you. If he's moved, it's no good, but if he's standing more or less there, you can get a few shots on him, and even a headshot if you just click fire as soon as you get revived. So yeah, there's a helpful tip there. Yeah, I was talking about bloody recoil. Okay, so yeah, the recoil is more manageable than the Peschenegg and the M240B. And you just feel like an absolute monster carrying this thing around. I mean, look at the size of it. It was such a weird experience for me because I'm just used to, you know, having like 30 bullets in a assault rifle. And then all of a sudden you get 200 bullets and you're just like, what do I do with all these bullets? I just don't know. Here, there's like alien swarm. There's so many people. I don't know which ones to shoot at, but if you notice, we've got 0 tickets left and 2 MCOMs armed, okay? So it's do or die right now, so I'm just getting the C4 up. Could have worked on that throw a little bit. Could have gone a bit further. And yeah, blowing it up. Didn't hit home. Doesn't matter. That's okay. We can just go to work on these guys and a few more seconds. There we go. And the MCOM has exploded. So yeah, we got those 2 somehow with 0 tickets left, which was amazing. Rocket just came around there, so I know there's a guy there. Dodge that rocket like a boss, that's no problem. There's a guy on the mini-map in here. He just killed my friend. Quick swipe with the old mouse. Now here I'm fumbling around for a medic kit because I want to revive that guy, but unfortunately there wasn't one there. But if you don't do that, guys, start doing it. If you see a dead guy and you see an assault kit lying around, just swap out. Revive your teammate. It saves a ticket, because if you don't revive them, they'll have to respawn, and that will cost a ticket. So if you have the ability to revive someone, if that means dropping your favorite kit and picking up a different kit, just do it, man. It helps the team. Now these 2 MCOMs are always quite tricky to attack because this little room here, people just camp in there so much, and it's an absolute grenade fest. There I'm trying my luck with C4. But unfortunately didn't get a kill. Speeding things up a little bit now because nothing is really going on here. But you'll notice this corner is also a clusterfuck, and there's always like 10 or 11 people there. And your team, the attacking team, always ends up in this little cubby hole. And, you know, eventually you've just got to man the fuck up and just go for it, okay? You just need to get around that corner. So naturally, I just thought, right, fuck this shit. Let's just do it. Throw a few grenades. Put some people off so I can go around the corner, and yeah, let's just go for it and see what happens. So I lead the charge around this corner. Seen a couple of guys and just got absolute WASD mode, crouching, holding down the shoot button. There's a guy there. I thought I was going to kill him, but he gets me. But luckily, there's a medic there, so I'm pretty confident he's going to revive me. You can also see more bad guys on the death cam there, so I'm ready for that. And we just go to town here, just mopping up, shooting these guys in the side because they're concentrating on that little doorway. And then we've got a little bit of an opening, and we've made some progression towards the MCOM. Now, on Grand Bazaar Rush, especially on 64 players, this set of MCOMs in particular is an absolute grind fest. And you just have to keep at it. Like, just keep going, keep throwing grenades, keep putting fire down, and eventually you can make it around this corner. So again, there's just a couple of deaths there and a revive. And, you know, it's time once again to just man up and just go for it. And you can afford to just be an absolute mentalist, especially when you've got medics behind you. And here I am typing in the chat, you need to move the tank up, but I got revived. I didn't expect to be revived there. But yeah, I did, so that's okay. And I'm asking them to push the tank up so we can get to this objective. The tank, of course, the attackers get. Took a cheeky C4 over there. Bam, that's netted myself a kill. And then we can eventually get to the MCOM. Now here, I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Just diving around like a mentalist. And we've planted the AMCOM, so now it's time to defend. And all the time, I'm just paying attention to the minimap as much as possible. So I know that there's some guys up on the bridge, because I can see them. They've been 3D spotted. But I'm just thinking about trying to defend this MCOM. And the best way to do that is to look at your minimap and figure out if there's anyone near, where they're coming from, and what you can do to stop them. Okay? That's what it's all about, just stopping them. So we got that one. Here's a classic camping spot on Grand Bazaar as well. If you've got nades, just chuck them over this little bit of rubble, and you can fish people out. They blow up in droves if they're there. Also, if you got an M320 or a small, you can shoot the buildings, the front of the buildings, and drop on their heads. Great success. So we make our way over to B. There's a guy there in the corner, cheeky. Don't know what his game was, but here you gotta die for the objective, guys. Sometimes you just have to blow yourself up, but it's okay. Even though my arms and my legs were on the other side of the level, I got revived, and they all just sew back together, and I'm back again defending the MCOM. I don't really know what I'm doing here with the C4, just fishing for kills, I think. But yeah, we exploded that one, so things are going pretty well. And now we've got a little wait before the next MCOM. I always like to clear this part out before I move on to the last set of MCOMs, because as I said, this is like camper's delight down here. People just love to hide there. So you've got to be careful when you get to this point, that there's no one like prone in the corner glitching into the wall and they're going to shoot you in the back. See that guy, if I hadn't have turned there, he probably would have killed me. This guy here, he was popping some moves. I don't know what he was doing. He just stood there in some sort of epic pose, but taking him out. Again, there's me trying to reload with 120 bullets. Shoot the mine because good guy Greg, if there's a tank. A little further on, and it isn't working out, so I've decided to come down this side corridor. Now, most people don't know this, but after the second from last set of MCOMs, that part is actually accessible. And it's a nice way to get to the B objective at the end. You don't have to go down the main road where it's a massive clusterfuck. You can just come here and you've got a bit more cover. So what I'm doing now is just trying to put some pressure on the defenders. There's a guy behind me there with an RPG, and then he goes for the knife. Not today, sorry, carbon dioxide, whatever your name is. Yeah, this part here, you got lots of cover. But unfortunately I died there, respawn, and I get myself a tank. You know, I mean, I'm not a big tanker. But I decided someone's got to use it. Someone has got to do what's necessary. And at the moment, I'm just thinking, just go as fast as possible. We're running out of tickets. For some reason, I've got the heavy machine gun there. Bam! I ran over 3 fucking mines. Didn't even see them. I was concentrating too much on shooting the bad guys. Jump out just before it explodes. And that's a bit of an anticlimax, really. I bet you were expecting me to get about 70,000 kills there, but yeah, I only got like 3 or 4 or something like that. Respawn again, and you saw my friend there with the EOD bot. Don't know what he was doing, but you'll get to see in a second. And again, I'm pushing down this corridor because it's way more easier than going down the street. A couple of guys camping there, just make sure we take them out. And again here, I'm just trying to put pressure on their spawn, so it's hard for them to actually get to the MCOM. I've got a lot of teammates fighting around the MCOM at the moment, so I'm putting some faith in them. And now we can think about pushing towards the MCOM. There's Wally, that the engineer was controlling earlier. He's going for the MCOM arm, which is a bit sneaky. Now, at this point, I'm pretty confident that I've been spotted on the minimap, but that's okay. We'll just move, get a bit closer, put the pressure on. There's an engineer there with an RPG. I don't know what he was doing. Completely missed that recon guy, but now I'm heavily suppressed and I really want to kill him. I think I only got the kill assist on in there, but that's okay. Finally, I get taken out by an M240. No, it's another M60. Of course it is. The only thing that could defeat me. And I don't quite get there back in time to see the MCOM explode, but we did it, guys. We won the game. So yeah, that's an M60 with a bipod. And a Magnum on the side. Bit of cheeky C4 here and there as well. Hope you guys like that. We got MVP as well. We got nice kill death ratio, all the ribbons you could ever want. Look, ribbons everywhere. Beautiful. Oh, look at those lovely ribbons. So yeah, that's it for this week's Choose Your Own Jack. If you've got a suggestion for next week's video, leave it in the comments. Tell me what weapon, whether you want me to do any backflips, that sort of thing. And yeah, I'm sure we can have a good time with that. Please rate the video if you enjoyed it or disliked it. Let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.